Go. Hey guys, welcome to the RCC Media YouTube channel. Today with us we have Mr. Jairam Koparty one more time, and we also have Abiram from Abram's Corner. So today we don't have a captain's interview; we have a casual interview. Mr. Jairam Koparty has requested an interview. He has some thoughts he wants to share with our people. So that's what this whole interview is going to be about. So I would like Avram to start this off.
Firstly, welcome Jairam to our interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Assuming you watched the interview from Deepish yesterday, if this
Yes,
was
I
an
did.
industry, if this was like a film industry, this was like a blockbuster that we had yesterday. Our biggest hit before this was Vedansh's interview, which was 2 weeks, 74 views. But Deepish's interview was 20 hours and combined part one, part two was 56 views. So assuming if it takes 2 weeks, it'll be around 900 views, this video. So, I mean, it's so can you, if I mean, assuming you watched the video, could you maybe tell us what do you think and why was it such a big hit as a viewer who watched this video?
I think the main reason why is because it's coming from a player standpoint, not like a captain standpoint, right? A captain, they'll share their experiences and how they feel like they want to run their team, right? But a player, right? He's the one for the team. He's gonna have different feelings. He's gonna have different opinions with the captain, right? So just he's a player, so that's why there's gonna be like different things that he'll talk about that the captain might not speak about, right? And that's the reason why he might get more views.
If you have an example that happened in the video that made this video like a super hit, could you give us an example of what do you think and like what he said was like made this like phone star video a super hit?
I mean, I think the main thing was that he was talking about Nickett, right? He was talking a lot about, how he's not like playing his full, form and all that in the club. And well, in the beginning first, he was talking about how good Nickett was, right? Like, as a star player, he could play really well. And then as the video continued, he started hating on him, right? He's like,
Okay.
I was
Okay.
like, oh my gosh, he's not motivated doing anything. He's not like, he's just coming here for the club as a joke, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that's gonna make the video like popular.
Okay.
And um also the criticism that he was being faced, right? He talked about like each criticism that he was given and like he talked about how the reasons behind him and like why he should be a more like a better player and why he should get more chances, right? Those are
Yeah.
the other things that probably make the video more popular because it's coming
Uh
from
Uh,
a player standpoint.
yeah.
I have a question. So, by look, so you already watched the video. You told us how he started hating on Nikiti was. So, would you consider Deepish a hypocrite?
Mm, I mean, I guess after watching this video, I probably would consider him a hypocrite.
And would you, as a captain of the team, trust him playing for your team?
I mean, from what he said, right? He said that he, went away from the quote unquote from like not being, like sad about not getting a chance, right? And not being mad about it, right? He said that himself, that
Yeah. Yeah.
he's like trying to be more calm and whatnot. But like as you also mentioned, like a few weeks ago, he did have an incident with me about like
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
mad too. So I mean, I might have some beef with him and he might have beef with me, right?
Okay.
But at the end of the day, as captain, it's my choice to decide what's best for my team. And if I believe Deepish is the person I want to put out there and I know that he'll perform the way I want him to, I'll put him
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
But if he's not, right? The
Yeah.
situation is like not like we don't need Deepish for it, we need someone else for it, then I'm not gonna send Deepish. I'm gonna send somebody else.
Okay. So my again, Deepish also made a. I mean, I did say that there was a video today. I hope you watched the thing. That there was a rumor that
Yeah,
uh,
yes, yes.
Deepish might be released from the team. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, My thoughts is, I mean, it's Nicketh, right? He needs
Yeah,
I can see why he might need to release Deepish. He needs more players, experienced players,
yeah,
right? That not just focus on, just bowling. I mean, his bowling, he needs Deepish for bowling. He's a great a spinner, right? He's a good bowler.
yeah,
He's get taken many wickets before. And I see him like improve a lot. But then again, you need somebody that can also bat. I mean, I've also Nikit, not Nikit, Deepish, as he said in the video, right? He said that he's growing to be a better batsman and he's in his
okay,
peak right now, right?
yeah,
So I mean, have you seen the past performances, right? He's not been getting as many runs, right? Which is kind of
yeah,
like, ironic, saying I've improved, like I'm at my peak right now, right? And
yeah,
then he's saying he hasn't scored many runs at all. And then he also said he's not getting many chances, right?
yeah,
So maybe what I would think is we're going to have practice matches soon in January, right? Right, like a few of them. Maybe before during the trading period, right, we might have like a practice match, one or two.
yeah,
Maybe if Nikit gives Deepish a chance, to show off his skills, maybe, and maybe Deepish does well, Nikit might keep him, which is like a good thing.
okay,
'Cause it's showing that okay, he's a player, I can rely on him. But if he's not, then Nikit might as well like release Deepish and like hope to get somebody else. But
okay,
then again, he has to make sure that other teams are also might be releasing their players too, right?
yeah,
That's one thing. So Nikit, I mean, I can see why he would want to release Deepish, right? As per the rumors. But if he doesn't, I'm not gonna go against him for it as much.
okay,
As a emerging captain, Jairam, you saw Deepish play in the series, and I believe that he was okay. Do you think it was a talent of Deepish that was showing, or do you think it was a captaincy of Syme or a good captain, leading Deepish into the right path? What do you think made him play how he played in the series, which was actually for a player like Deepish pretty good and effective?
I think a player can only like show his potential if his captain allows him to. So if Syme, all right, I believe Syme was the main reason why you can see Deepish playing really well because Syme let him perform. He's guiding him, right? You need a captain to guide somebody to do what they want and what's best for the team. So I would say anything that Deepish would probably accomplish would be probably like 20% from his like raw skill, and the other 80% is from his Syme's captaincy.
Okay.
so Sam, let's talk more about Sam. So last time in his interview, he called your team overrated. Again, I asked you before that, what are your thoughts now?
I mean, reflecting back, it's been a while since the auction and the players I have. I wouldn't say my team's like overrated, I guess. I say we're like pretty good for what we are. I say we're a pretty balanced team. For skill wise, we're exceptional. We have all three, me, myself, Abhinav, and Rehan. We're all three of us are like really good all-rounders. And we're pretty balanced. We're like almost the same skill level. So like we understand how to play the game. The main reason why um I would say we're like overrated is because we don't have much experience as like,
Okay,
other people do.
okay,
But then again, if you look at to Siam's team, right? I mean, he's the main batter,
yeah,
Arjun's the main bowler,
yeah,
and then Arif, sometimes he performs well, sometimes he doesn't, right? But at that point, it's like Siam choosing between who to use and how to use them, right? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So really, I mean, if you look at the team itself, it's not that great, right? Because it's like Aviram once said in his were like is like what was this like review of the
Oh, Avram's corner video. Okay, yeah,
his review that he put on the auction, right? He
yeah,
called Simon's team like one man army for like different aspects in bowling and batting, right?
yeah.
Simon's the main batter for thing. He's like the one man army for batting, and Arjun's the one man army for his bowling. So if you like make him lose their focus, like either one of them lose their focus, it's like
Yeah.
pretty much over for the team. That's
Okay,
what I think.
so are you indirectly trying to say that it's his team that is overrated?
I mean, I guess you can put it that way.
Okay, so bold statement of the day, guys. Jairam has just called Sam Seam overrated. You stand with that, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So another question. Yesterday, Deepish's interview, I think he was in part one. He called Sam overconfident captain, and he also said some bad words about him in the background, but we'll not talk about that. Do you agree with those words?
Overconfident captain. Um, right now, I wouldn't say, I mean, I guess I can say he is a bit overconfident, right?
Okay.
Um, I mean, if you look from the past captaincies that he's been doing, right?
Yeah.
During the series that we played, right? He was a good captain, I guess. He's been playing and really well, and his captaincy's been good because that's what won the series, right?
Yeah.
But to me, I think I haven't known or seen Simon captain as much like experience wise, like consistently. I think I've been under Simon's captaincy during like one match or two matches, really. So like I have never been under his captaincy to say that he's confident or overconfident in
Okay.
like what his choices are, right? But then if you look at his team, right? He said that he could win with Deepish and Arif, right? And
Yeah.
himself, just like that. If you look at it like that, right? They have zero pace bowlers, like consistent. I mean, I guess Arif is a pace bowler, but he's like medium pace, right? It's not that fast compared to other bowlers we have.
Yeah.
You have Deepish, who's mainly a spin bowler, right?
Yeah.
And he hasn't been batting as much. Arif, I believe, Abiram, you were there, right? In the last practice match we played.
Yes.
Arif did
Yeah.
really well, right? I think he got over 20 or 30 runs, which is
Batting wise,
pretty good for
yes.
him.
He's
Oh,
really
that's
good.
pretty, I was surprised to see that too, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, but then if you look back, right, RF hasn't been performed like that before. So it's kind of fluctuates between the player's mindset and how they think. Um, if Sime has those two players, batting wise, it might be fine. But then again, you have bowlers. Okay, let's take about Vedansh's team. You have Vedansh and Abhiram as bowlers, right?
Yeah.
Abhiram can do spin and pace. Vedansh, he's a really fast paced bowler, right? So if you have bowlers like that, right, and you have like two batsmen, let's say that Syme and Arif are like both openers, right? They're starting, right?
Yeah.
If one of them gets out, it's gonna all depend on the one other person, right? And then you can't say that they both of them are not gonna get out because at the end of the day, right? They're really good bowlers, and you have
Yeah.
seen them take wickets.
Yeah.
So they're gonna get out, and then it's gonna rely on just one person to take it away. And if that person gets out, the entire innings falls off for them.
Okay.
We talk about stallions. I want to hear your thoughts about, and we heard about the Trailblazers as well. I want your thoughts about the Thunder, your opponents, all your three opponents finished today, from your
For
thoughts.
Thunder, to be fair with you, I think RCC Thunder is the team I fear the most. Okay, that's the team I fear the most. Okay, Aviram, I've known him for like quite some time. I know him as a pace bowler and a spin bowler. Vedansh, I started knowing him at the beginning of the year and beforehand, right before the pre-club, before it became official, right? We had those scrimmages and
We
whatnot.
we had a venture, a
Yeah,
joint
eventually,
with some
yes.
other people. Yeah.
I have known Vedant from that time, and their bullying has been quite scary, for me personally, myself, right?
Yeah.
And you have their batting too. Vedansh, he's like a great batter. In the series, he was, I believe, the either the batter of the series or whatnot. I think so, right? He got the batter award or something, right? You
Yeah.
have like people like that, right? It's kind of hard to play with. You're playing with those kind of people, and then they're also experienced, right? They know what to do. Like
Yeah.
Dhruv and Vedansh as openers for batting is like they can handle it. They know how to handle it. They can build partnership together and they can last, right? Talking about the last scrimmage we played, right? It was
Okay.
Vedansh and Surya, right? They didn't get out until the very end. Like none of them got out
Yeah.
until the very end, right? They stayed there. So Vedansh knows how to hold his wicket and also like consistently strike well and hit
Yeah.
shots, which is like
Uh,
a scary thing.
yeah, you
And
were
Abhiram, he's a good he also knows how to hold his wicket, which is good.
Okay.
So they
Okay.
have yeah.
Sorry. What?
Oh,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. So, I was going to ask you something. So, let's say in future there was a scenario for Thunders where, let's say Avram backs off,
Okay.
right? That happens. So, what
Right,
would you
not
do
even
about?
that, but like
So let's say Avram
you've been
backs off
talking
or me
about
back off. Something like that happens. So one of like us leaves the team,
experience goes off, yeah.
goes
Does
out.
that change your
So
opinion of the team?
and what would be your thoughts then? Yeah.
Then I wouldn't be as much scared as I would be. Because then it would just be, if Vilanch is still there, right? I know that I can handle him, right? I know Rayhan can handle him, and I know Abhinav can handle him. All three of us, we for sure can handle him if it's just like him and one of y'all like leaves.
Okay.
Like that. Batting wise, we can definitely handle it. Rayhan has practiced against Vilanch for quite some time. He
Yeah.
knows how to hit against him, he knows how to play against him and all that, which is good. Me, um, I've been steadily getting better in like batting wise, maybe not as much, but slowly during like I practice like now and then, right? And I've been getting better a bit. Like as I go to more scrimmages that we play, I'll probably, play better. And I should be able to hold against Relanch in the tournament pretty well.
Okay. Okay.
Would you
Now,
think that the Stallions would be a good competition for you as well, especially when you're with the Stallions in a group that you go against them twice? So what are your thoughts on that, and how would you want to tackle their team? And how do you think are they strong enough to go against you?
I mean, that's I haven't seen all three of them play together before, so I can't say that how I would tackle them yet, just yet. We know those practice matches we're having before this tournament, right? Where we're going against other teams. I'm probably going to spectate the match of the Stallions, right, and observe how they play together, and then from that I'll build on a strategy. Most likely, if Rehan, me, or Abhinav get an early wicket of sign, we can easily close the innings for their batting. And if we can hold off against Arjun, right, we can definitely like cook the batting innings for us. We know we'll
okay.
do well. We can easily score 80 plus runs every innings for batting if we can just hold off against Arjun. Because
Okay.
if you look about it, who's going to be the other bowler, right? I know Sam most likely will be bowling for sure. Because that's what he's done before when he's a
He said
captain.
that in the interview as well. He'll be bowling, yeah.
Yeah, so Sam's batting, sorry, Sam's bowling, it's pretty much like Laddu's coming at you. Okay.
Whose bowling do you think is better, Deepish's or Symes?
I say Deepish because it's more consistent
Yes.
and he's taken more wickets than Sam
So
and
so
he's more reliable. in
okay.
my
So
opinion.
so like, what do you exactly mean by Laddu bowling outside?
So like you know how Laddu, right? You just come and you can just eat it just like that, right?
Oh, so are you
Laddu
saying
when the
like,
ball comes, you can just hit it.
so it's oh yeah. So are you like calling him a really awful bowler?
I'm not saying he's like an awful bowler. I'm
Oh
saying
yeah,
he's
but
just an easy bowler to play against.
yeah.
For my standpoint, for me. For me,
Okay.
that's what I think.
Okay.
For other
Sam, you're an
Abhinav and
awful
Rehan, I
bowler.
don't know about what they would think, but for me, that's what I would say.
Sam, you're an awful bowler according to Jairam. Let's
But
move on now. Let's move
okay.
on now. Let's move on. So what I was asking, let's talk about stallions too, like we did for Thunders. What if one of the stallion players leaves? Let's say if Arjun or Raf gets released. What are your thoughts on that? How would you tackle that kind of situation?
Well, then it's just we're gonna win, bro. Nothing's stopping us then. If Arjun leaves, right? I think that's the one thing. If Arjun leaves, we're gonna win for sure.
Eh,
That's what I believe. Because if you have no bowlers, right? So our batting just becomes like laddus again, a box of laddus this time.
I mean, apart from the trading rules that just came in and the value point rules that I just came in before the tournament starts, I don't think we have enough time to talk about in this part, but in the next part, I want to hear your thoughts about each and every team, including your team, on how they should do it and you think the team will get better and etc. like that. I think we can start off with the Trailblazers. What are your thoughts? Do you think they're gonna release Leapish? And
we'll
how?
keep that. We'll keep that for next part. If you wanna
Yeah.
see what happens, watch the next part. We'll end this part right here. Let's talk in the next part, guys. Okay, guys, subscribe to our channel. Follow for next part, and follow for Arjun. I mean, Jaram's opinion on if Deepish is getting released. So till then, bye.